people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the 8th and final episode of Katrielle, the Millionaires Conspiracy. Last time, we managed to prove Ernest's innocence. Apparently, the professor who framed him basically didn't want to write his paper. He felt, oh, I don't have enough time, so he decided to extend his deadline by feeding the paper to goats and then proceeding to frame Ernest for it. Instead of, I don't know, just partially publishing it and then stating, oh, hey, I just need some more time to tweak a few things. You mind if I publish the full version at a later point in time, like most normal people? But no, this is the Katrielle's Millionaires Conspiracy world, where everything has to be more convoluted than normal, where apparently people think that durian-flavored popcorn was a good idea. People who love their pets go out for lunch dates and put Katrielle in charge of finding it, and where inspectors basically task Katrielle with finding birthday gifts, even though the answer was spend time with your wife. But no. And then Katrielle was almost arrested. Meanwhile, basically, Britannius, he was coming onto the scene for the first time in the game. He was being the hero that we all wanted, the hero that we all needed. He was going to arrest Katrielle. But then, alas, Emiliana fell to Katrielle's brainwashing. Emiliana got big brothered into basically worshiping Katrielle's ways of investigation. And, Katrielle didn't do it. Don't arrest Katrielle, even though, frankly, Katrielle should be arrested several times for impeding justice, considering just how off the rails her investigations are, how basically she's pulling stuff out of her ass a good chunk of the time. But anyways, but if you thought that things were bad now, if you thought every other case in this game was bad, then or rather, like, where there are varying degrees of bad, I'm not going to throw Case 5 into this just because Case 5 was actually pretty solid, all things considered. And Case 11 is also pretty good in that basically Katrielle's investigative style actually made sense in that context. Though, even the worst case that we've seen up until now pales in comparison to what we're going to see for Case 12. The final case, Diamonds Aren't Forever. A curious invitation arrives at the agency. It's for a puzzle party to win a famous fortune. But who is the host? Lord Adamus. Okay, let's do this. Final case. Oh, we're almost free.
Miss Layton, look what just arrived in the post. It's addressed to Professor Layton.
Read it out, please, Ernest.
I have discovered the Richmond fortune. Now, to share it out, I am arranging a puzzle-solving party to take place on Christmas Eve. All those wishing to participate should come to Richmond Court. Expectantly yours, Lord Adamas.
Interesting. The legendary Richmond fortune.
If it's so legendary, then why have we heard about it until now?
Richmond fortune?
It's a very famous tale here in the city, Shirl.
Just like God's Wednesday, which apparently is the most sacred of holidays.
There's a large palace that was built here in London by the now deceased multi-millionaire Maximilian Richmond. Since his death, the place has been deserted. People have long speculated that there must be a fortune hidden somewhere inside the enormous mansion, and there's been no end of breaking and entering by people trying to find it.
It's been 10 years now since Maximilian passed away.
But what's all this about a puzzle-solving party to share it out?
It sounds rather queer. Do you think it's a hoax?
Hoax or not, it sounds like fun. We'll go.
Yes, because it could not be a trap in any way, Katrielle. Yeah, really, just Katrielle. Apparently, she's a detective, and yet she thinks, nothing bad could happen if I go to this abandoned mansion for a puzzle party. Seriously, that sounds like something you'd see out of Looney Tunes. Elmer Fudd, oh hey, I'm gonna host a carrot party. Come on down, Bugs.
I think you'll find it wasn't actually your name on the invitation.
Oh, please, you think Professor Layton's gonna go to this party? You think he's gonna basically go to the shady mansion?
I expect
He'll go to shady villages, but not the mansions.
It only says Layton after all. I imagine whoever sent the invitation was hoping for the attendance of a great puzzle solver.
Well, Professor Layton, being the wise man that he is, he knows to stay away from this game. He knows not to let the Katrielle and her influence corrupt his presence.
In which case, the invitation landed in the right lap anyway. If there's anyone who could outstrip Dad in the puzzle-solving department, it's me.
No! No! No, 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 no! I don't care, Katrielle, if your head is the size of the sun and could basically be the center of our solar system. The puzzle world does not revolve around you! You are nothing like Professor Layton! Professor Layton, he basically comes to conclusions in a way that makes sense to people, where basically there's a flow of logic and reasoning where Professor Layton, you can see by the end of the game how he gets from point A to point B to point C. Basically, there's a line of logic. Meanwhile, with Katrielle, basically, she gets the mystery. 6 clues exactly. She has the answer. Even if she doesn't have the full answer, crops out. Boom. It just emerges from the mist. She's yanking it out of the ether. That is not solving puzzles. You just really. And frankly, considering just how everyone and their grandma can solve puzzles in this game, just because you can solve a few puzzles throughout the case does not mean that you're on Professor Layton's level.
Oh, really?
Diamonds aren't forever. Okay.
So, this is Richmond Court.
It's gone to the dogs, but you can tell it was quite something in its day.
Okay, yeah, Katrielle, she's supposedly well acquainted with all these people. She's on friendly terms with them all. Yeah, here she is glaring at them as if she's about to get into a fist fight. Yeah, she's just gonna punch Chance right in the throat. She's gonna basically drop kick Mustafa. She's gonna she's gonna basically pile drive the mayor. She's gonna have Ernest, she's gonna use Ernest as a human shield. Katrielle mugs all these people. Well, what do you know?
Gosh.
Oh, sorry.
It seems
Didn't
we were
know.
the only people who had a mysterious invitation in the post.
That's quite an impressive guest list.
Yes, 7 of London's wealthiest.
I didn't know you'd be coming too.
Hello, Mr. Barnum. I see you're in very good company. I wonder why we're all here together.
Yeah, it's a real head-scratcher, ain't it?
I don't know what this is all about, but who wouldn't be intrigued by a note like that?
I quite agree. I couldn't imagine declining such a fascinating invitation.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Richmond Court. I am your host, Lord Advance.
Huh?
I would like to invite you all to take part in a game with me. A puzzle-solving game with the very highest stakes.
This is crazy.
Lose, and the entire fortune will be donated to the Dark Jewel Foundation. So, on the table in front of you, you will find some contracts. Sign them, please.
So yeah, the Dark Jewel Fund. So essentially, we turn this game into Wario World. I am perfectly fine with that. Send the Dark Jewel in, transform the world. I will take the Dark Jewel from Wario World. Frankly, that Dark Jewel would be a more intriguing and engaging and more likable character than Katrielle.
Getting crazier.
You may, of course, refuse if you wish. As as long as you don't mind your dirty secret being exposed.
Secret?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they'll all jump to sign on the dotted line. This all sounds totally above board.
Oh, well, this promises to be quite entertaining. Yes, count me in.
Oh, yes. The mayor never shies away from a challenge. What fun! What?
Why not? Sounds like it's worth taking a punt on.
Exactly. We dragons didn't get where we are today without taking risks. I'm in.
Oh yeah, and it's all you guys were all dealing with things that you had to have Katrielle bail you out of.
I am of the same opinion as you. Eliza, what is your feeling?
And as for Liza, what did she do? And Loinda and the mayor, basically, they inherited their fortunes. They didn't do anything to get it. Basically, Liza, she was alive.
I think I ought to have a go. Do I sign here?
Well, Lord Adamas, whoever you are, you have your wish. We have all signed on the dotted line.
Excellent. So let's get started on the puzzles.
Well, that's all said and all done. His signatures on the paperwork. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, because that's the face I imagine when I see ha ha ha. The only time you see that face in ha 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 in the same scene is when the guy's about to tie the maiden to the train tracks. Precisely. How is this puzzle-solving party going to proceed, please? The rules of the game I have devised for you are all extremely simple. From this hallway, you shall have access to 4 rooms. The red door leads to the Rosenberg room. The blue door leads to a room called the Treasury. The green door leads to the Hope room, and behind the purple door is a room called the Treachery. Yeah, just the picture behind. Yeah, basically, because that, yeah, the owner of the, yes, the previous lord of the manor, basically. Yeah, that's the face of someone you will lie. That's not, yeah, that's the face of a guy that you see creeping after children on the playground. This is the kind of guy that basically you have, that's on a list and has to tell people when he moves into the neighborhood. The Rosenberg room in the Treasury? Honestly, what's all this nonsense about hope and treachery? You must locate and solve a hidden puzzle in each of the 4 rooms. If you fail at the puzzle, you lose. And according to the terms of the contracts you just signed, you will hand over your fortunes to me. If you complete all 4 puzzles successfully, you win. In which case, you will become the heir of the great Richmond fortune. I hope that's all clear. Good. Then please, pick a door and begin. Well, this does sound similar. Oh, I feel my fortune swelling already. Your fortune was swelled already! And not to mention, just the thing is, just, they were mentioning in the contract, oh, if you don't go with it, then if you don't sign the contract and play this game, then your secrets are revealed. Then basically, just, one of the people, these are 7 of the richest people in the city, and one of them pretty much, as stated by the game, controls the media. So how are you going to get that news out without it being censored? So, you can choose which room you tackle when. Which means the order you go at them could be strategically important. Okay. I forgot what voice I gave her. Oh dear, I'm really not sure which door to pick first. Okay, I think that was the voice. It's sometimes hard remembering voices when you don't do it for so long. All roads lead to the same destination, Liza. You must solve all the puzzles in the end if you wish to win. And I will spit on you if you dare slow me down. I will spit on you all. You all disgust me. This manner disgusts me. Well, that's a good point. I suppose we should simply say, may the best man or woman win. All the other guests have picked a room and got in, miss. Where do you think we should start? Yes, let me see.
Welcome, Miss Layton. Miss Katrielle Layton.
Who is that voice?
It's the same person who was speaking before. It seems the mysterious Lord Adamus is welcoming me personally.
I invited Professor Layton to this event as an educator. It's a shame he hasn't come. Instead, we're stuck with you.
I'm afraid my father's busy, but I'm here. Couldn't I help?
Why is Katrielle just so tight-lipped about the fact that her father's missing? Wouldn't Katrielle want to inform as many people as possible that Professor Layton's missing? Well, does she think that if Layton's missing this, she loses everything that she has? Actually, yes, she would. Yes, she would. But still, Katrielle, the way she describes these sort of things, she makes it seem like as if she killed Professor Layton, buried him in the back of the agency, and just is trying to and is just trying to hide this fact, trying to obfuscate this truth. Yeah, really, just ultimate plot twist that would have made so much sense. Have it where it's revealed Katrielle that Katrielle's not really Professor Layton's daughter. She's just a crazy fangirl who murdered Professor Layton and stole his life.
There's just one thing the educator must do first. I need you to sign the contract that you'll find in the middle of the room.
What sort of contract?
Yes, you can inherit Katrielle's mess.
This must be the contract. Let's see what this is all about. The educator hereby consents to make the events he or she witnesses at the puzzle-solving event known to the general public.
And out of curiosity, how are you going to enforce this contract? Basically, the only way you can enforce a contract is if basically you can actually enforce it. Yeah, so really, just what you're gonna send just send a horde of hooded goons. Yeah, hire Phoenix. No, they're not gonna bring Phoenix. They're just gonna, this game will hire Athena Sykes in order to do this case. Athena's though is basically the cheap option at the anything agency. That or they send Apollo.
What unusual terms! I was expecting to be sworn to secrecy, not the other way around.
Now, Miss Layton, before you sign on the dotted line, first let's see if you are a worthy substitute for your father. How many puzzles have you solved so far in your career as a detective? Well, it seems you solved a total of 118 puzzles so far. In that case, I'm willing to accept you as an educator in your father's stead. So now, please sign the contract. You will be required to spread the word about what you witness here today, to make the public aware of what transpires.
There, I signed it. Is that all right?
Very good. Now you know the rules. Losers lose everything, and the winner takes away the great Richmond fortune. Your job is to oversee the puzzle solving until all participants have been eliminated, or until somebody wins. So the puzzles of Richmond Court await you. Enjoy!
Well, you got the job, Kat. Now where do we start?
Let me see. All right, I decided. We'll start in the Rosenberg room.
Because
I feel like it.
Essentially, that reason can be used to explain everything Katrielle does in this game. Put me down now. Not before me, Cheryl. Not before me. I'm in line first. Because you feel like it?
Sure, let's not forget that Miss Layton's instincts have led to the successful resolution of a great many cases.
Hey, just because Katrielle just starts throwing things out of thin air and people just automatically submit to her without any resistance whatsoever does not mean that this is going to be a surefire technique. Now I think about it, just why is it that no one ever tries to resist Katrielle? No one ever just says, no, I didn't do it. Show me some proof that I did it. Basically, if Katrielle was in the world of Ace Attorney, she would be chewed up and spit out. She would be chewed out and spit out, basically. If she tried to pull this crap on Edgeworth, Edgeworth would show her no mercy. Edgeworth would absolutely destroy Katrielle. It would be like when Sebastian DeBest in Investigations 2 tried to argue with Edgeworth, basically just throwing things out there, throwing everything that he had at the walls and seeing what stuck. Edgeworth just absolutely ran circles around Sebastian. Heck, I think Sebastian could outmaneuver Katrielle as far as logic goes. I seriously think that Sebastian DeBest could, because basically what Sebastian lacked was just general was just general common sense because he never had any sort of constructive criticism. Meanwhile, Katrielle has access to constructive criticism, but we've seen how it is when she gets it. When she receives constructive criticism, the universe acts like it's been wounded, as if hurting Katrielle is like hurting the very fabric of space and time.
I'm quite sure they'll guide us well now, too. Thank you, Ernest. So unless you have a better suggestion, Cheryl.
Well, not really, no.
I thought so. Into the Rosenberg room, then.
Okay, anyways. Each room will have a clue. Thankfully, this case is not that long, surprisingly enough.
This is the door that leads to the Rosenberg room, then.
I suppose that red mountain emblem is the Rosenberg. Sounds important. Come on, wanna go. Okay. Sorry, force of habit.
Here we are in the Rosenberg room, then. It's every bit as ostentatious as the hallway, isn't it?
Didn't someone say this Richmond court was a deserted ghost house? Well, the ghosts certainly seem to have some nice furniture. This place is swanky.
I started to think perhaps all the rumors about this place are unfounded. Miss Layton, sure, Mr. Sloanes and Mr. Chance are over there, look.
We're not the only mongrels that picked this room, then.
It looks like they're discussing something. Seriously, Grant, what are we doing here? Don't you think this whole thing's about...
Then why did you sign the contract? Where's your whole attitude and bluster of,
oh, we didn't get to where we are by not taking chances.
Oh, and now you're like, now I'm having second thoughts. No. Here you are. You're thinking to yourself,
I want to be a responsible father. That's why I'm retiring from being a superhero.
And then basically, and now all of a sudden,
I'm going to risk my entire life's fortune. Make my son live out of a cardboard box and eat trash because I wanted to go to the puzzle party.
Yeah, imagine your kid grows up in destitute conditions, and basically and then you have to tell them, sorry son, you had to eat your shoe. You had to eat your shoe last night because I wanted to go to the puzzle party. Come on, Caesar. All you know as well as I do that what this is all about. All seven of us invited here to Richmond Court of all places.
Yes, but I know.
Well, what? Did you have it on a calendar?
March 25th. Be reminded of my shady, dubious past. It's been years since it happened. And in any case, no one else besides us seven knows what went on.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, this case is the whole reason why this game is called the Millionaires Conspiracy. That's right. We don't get to the Millionaires Conspiracy until the very end of the game. Here you are, you start the game. You first boot up a new file and you're thinking, oh, the Millionaires Conspiracy is going to involve Cheryl somehow. No, it does not involve Cheryl. It doesn't even involve most of the story up until now. Basically, the closest thing that the Millionaires Conspiracy involves it's just the people who were in several of the cases. They don't really mention it. They don't even mention that there's a chance that there's a conspiracy with them until now. True, I don't understand it either, which is why we have no choice but to agree to this charade. Come on, we're supposed to be finding a puzzle in this room, remember? I don't know what they're alluding to here, but anyways, it doesn't sound like they found the puzzle yet.
Let's go and talk to them. I'm curious about something.
We can't do the puzzle that's in the big briefcase there, that's associated with the triangle on the wall. Okay, melted timepiece. Yeah, that's right, there are hidden puzzles in this area.
This clock is a little peculiar, don't you think?
Why? It's telling the right time, isn't it?
Exactly, but this is supposed to be an old abandoned place. You wouldn't expect any clocks in here to tell the correct time, would you? No, that's true. That is very strange.
Katrielle, this place has loudspeakers rigged all throughout. So unless the ghosts are basically hosting puzzle parties that involve blackmail, then someone had to come in at some point and place in modern acoustics. So it's not that off a chance that someone would come in and adjust the clocks.
And someone's even kindly in a puzzle as well, sir. Would you like to do the honors?
Me? House of Hanoi 3. Yes, House of Hanoi 3. Okay. 28 hoists. Okay. Actually, no. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay, all kinds of fun. Okay. Okay, no, that's not gonna do it. Okay. Put this down here. Put this down here. Have to think. Ah, that's better. Turn off the music. Okay. Okay. Okay, put this there. Okay, I'll put this here. That there. Okay. 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 Screw it. Doing the guide. I'm sorry. Okay. Millionaires Conspiracy walkthrough. Okay, there we go. Okay, House of Hanoi 3. Okay. House of Hanoi 3, House of Hanoi 3, there we go. Okay, there we are. Move the red floor in the middle to the right. There we go. Yellow floor. Okay, move the yellow floor on the left to the right. Okay, move the yellow floor in the middle to the right. Move the pink floor in the middle to the left. Move the yellow floor on the right to the middle. Move the yellow floor on the right to the middle. Move the red floor on the right to the middle. Pink floor on the left to the right. Move the green floor to the right. Move the pink floor on the left to the right. Okay, move the red floor on the left to the right. Okay. Move the red floor in the middle to the right. Okay. Yellow floor, middle to the left. Okay, red floor on the right to the left. Okay. Yellow floor in the middle to the left. Blue floor on the middle to the right. Green floor on the middle to the left. Okay. Blue. Okay, there we go. Blue floor on the right to the left, to the middle. Green floor on the left to the right. Okay, yellow floor on the left to the middle. Okay, green floor on the right to the left. Okay, I think I may have this. Okay, and there.
I eat puzzles like this for breakfast.
There we go. House of Anoid 3. Completed. You did it! After all that construction experience, you're ready to build a skyscraper now. You think it was this Adamus fellow who's been keeping the clocks around here running?
I'm not sure. All I can say for sure is that you have to take rumors with a pinch of salt. Mr. Chance and Mr. Sloanes, I see we've chosen the same room.
Ah, Katrielle, hello. This was your choice too, was it?
You haven't managed to find the puzzle yet then?
No, not yet. We've been looking, but no luck so far.
It's all part of this Adamus's fun, I suppose, testing us to see if we can find his puzzles, let alone solve them.
And the power in my house just flashed. Hopefully the internet doesn't go down. Or is that just the light in my area? Oh joy! One of my light bulbs is on the verge of going out. Yippee! I get to have a strobe light in my area. Hooray!
Do either of you know Lord Adamus?
Never even heard the name before.
Nor me. I don't think any of us Seat 7 know who he is.
I'll tell you one thing. I put money on him not being a real lord. He's playing us, and I don't like that. This whole puzzle party idea stinks.
But you sounded rather enthusiastic about it before. I must say, though, the stakes are alarmingly high. True, you could win the Richmond fortune, but on the other hand, you stand to lose everything you own. It's a very risky gamble.
Yeah, I could just imagine everything you own. So would that mean just shares in the companies as well? Yeah, I could just imagine Sloane's companies basically all going over to being willing to hand themselves over to new management because their CEO and founder lost the puzzle party. I'm sorry, just what kind of name is Puzzle Party? That sounds like the most unintimidating event ever. Imagine Jigsaw in Saw. Hello there, would you like to play the Puzzle Party? You're right there, but I've never balked at taking risks before, and I'm not about to start now.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's that the stakes are always high in business. Success always doesn't come free.
But that doesn't mean you risk everything you own. Yeah, I could just imagine these guys in Vegas. These guys would get would be absolutely milked dry by any casino. Chance at the roulette wheel. He constantly is betting on red 7.
Oh, I see, yes. And of course, Lord Adamus did mention a secret that he'd expose if you refused to participate.
Listen, Kat, if you'd been in business as long as I have, you'd have more than a few skeletons in the closet, I'm sure.
Absolutely. So we'd appreciate it if you didn't ask too many questions. Otherwise, Ratman will have to kill you with a shovel. Anyways, we've got a puzzle of mine, haven't we?
Aye, time to stop belly aching and start puzzle hunting. Could it have something to do with the big briefcase of triangles?
Oh, what's this? It looks like small fragments of red glass. Glass? Oh, do be careful, miss. You don't want to cut yourself. Don't worry, Ernest, they're not very sharp. Curious, I wonder what they're for.
Now that's really something. Although, what is it really? It's not a painting, is it?
That's stained glass show. Have you ever seen it before? Oh, interesting. There are pieces of glass missing in some places.
Maybe they got broken.
Mr. Richmond is extremely wealthy, show. I don't imagine he would have left something like this in a state of disrepair.
Frankly, considering that portrait of Richmond that we saw in that hallway, I think his main focus was more or less just watching children with his high-powered binoculars while they play on the playground. Good point. Well made. Found the puzzle, have you, Katrielle?
No, not yet. We're just studying this piece of stained glass. For some reason, there are 1 or 2 pieces of glass missing from it. Well, I did hear that Richmond was very ill in his final years. He probably didn't bother keeping up with the repairs in the place. I don't know. It strikes me as odd. If it was in the process of being repaired, it would have been in situ here. In which case, where are the new pieces of glass? I wonder if these...
Are you on to something, Kat?
Well, I wonder if these pieces of glass would fit into the stained glass window.
Yes.
I think we just discovered the hidden puzzle of the Rosenberg room.
On the ball as ever, Katrielle. Well done. So, what's this puzzle about then? What's this Adamus fellow trying to stump us with?
I don't imagine it's going to be easy to solve, but that makes it all the more fun.
The Red Mountain. There is an unfinished stained glass window. It's called the Red Mountain. But the most important part, the mountain, is missing. Can you put the pieces in the correct picture? Can you put the pieces in to complete the picture? It's important to make sure that the 2 different patterns of glass are placed alternatively. Press and hold the A, yes, that sort of thing. Okay. Let's see. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, no. Okay. Let's see. And there we are.
I've seen how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
You did it! The Red Mountain is now complete. The towering figure rising towards the sun has a certain strength.
There! The stained glass image is complete.
Very nice, Kat. Well done.
Oh, look, there's something written on the bottom of the box that the glass pieces were in. So there it is. Allow me, miss. The Rosenberg was barren. Nothing grew there. No one owned it. No one wanted it. Yet underground, treasure sparkled.
Great story. What does it mean?
It sounds like it has some hidden meaning, but There can't be any doubt now, Grant. Surely it must be the same Rosenberg, which would mean that this Adamus knows.
All right, keep your hair on, Caesar. We don't know that for sure yet.
Keep my hair on. We're talking about everything I built up, my entire fortune. That tiny publishing firm I started out with, and now finally I'm in a position where I control one of London's biggest papers.
In that case, if the secret got out, you could easily debunk it. How would anyone be able to blackmail you? Really, they try to blackmail you. Just post an article saying that they're crap, and just counter it. I'm pretty sure that people are gonna trust the bigger paper more than the smaller ones that they'd be going to. You're not the only one of us who came from humble origins. It's funny, actually. Makes me think of how we were back then, 10 years ago now.
Yes, 10 years ago. It feels like an age. And I worked so hard, and he was... It seems Mr. Chance and Mr. Sloan didn't manage to solve the puzzle.
So they have to hand over their fortunes?
Unless they want to break the terms of the contract, yes.
So, are we enjoying ourselves? How did you find the puzzle I sent you? Those who solved it are invited to move to another room and take the next challenge. Those who failed to solve it have lost everything. Please leave the room and proceed to along the road of ruin.
The road to where?
There's a passageway over there. I expect that's what he's referring to.
Losers must wait in the cellars. Those still in the game, please. Have fun.
Loser? I've never been a loser in my life.
You dress as a giant rat and rhyme as you basically chase down sandwiches in alleyways and fight some of the saddest thugs I've ever seen. Settle down, Caesar. We didn't manage to solve the puzzle, so for that reason, we're out. Come on, let's go. They couldn't have their tails any further between their legs.
Understandably, on paper at least, they've just lost their entire fortunes, but they knew what they were getting themselves into. Anyways, we must find the next puzzle. Let's get back out into the hall.
Okay. First clue, 5 to go. Just 5 left in the game. Okay. Yeah, notice how this clue doesn't really even mention anything. It just says, oh, Red Mountain. Yeah, basically this case has one of the biggest grabs. Yeah, basically Katrielle's bluffing is at its apex in this case.
Well, there are 3 rooms left leading off this entrance hall, miss. Now which one do we pick now? Cannot speak today. Yes, what are the options again? Well, there's the treasury, the hope room, and the treachery left. Well, I think the next one we should tackle is the treasury.
It sounds like you put a lot of thought into that, but don't tell me. That was your gut talking to you, wasn't it?
Of course! We have to succeed at all the puzzles, so my gut tells me it doesn't matter which room we enter next.
Well, in that case, it's through the blue door, isn't it?
Quite right, Ernest. In we go.
Okay. In we go. So this is the treasury room, is it?
It's a little dingy, isn't it? But still a lavish room, no question about that. Look at all the exquisite furniture and ornaments.
Oh look, we have company. Miss White and Mr. Fullwood over there.
Yes, so they picked this room. What are we going to do, Mr. Fullwood? We still haven't managed to find the puzzle.
Yes, it's the eluders, does it? Oh, could it be because you are a stupid slut? I know you are stupid. You couldn't find your own hand if it was in front of your face. You make me sick. Pooh! Pooh!
Well, I suppose we can't give up. Let's keep looking.
No, you keep looking. I'm gonna go over here, and I am going to take a nap, and I'm going to dream sweet dreams of spitting on you and calling you stupid. Alright, Liza, though, are you sure you should be doing this? We who have agreed to take part in this game could lose everything, all the wealth we have earned. It is dangerous, but I'm sure this Lord Artemis is only interested in myself and the others. You were just a child when it happened.
I'm still technically one of the 7 dragons, even though it is only a title I inherited from my father. My butler told me all about what happened. He served my family for years.
But wait, is Liza technically legal to sign a contract? They don't mention her age. So basically, was Liza around 8 years old? Was Liza 8 or above when this happened? Because basically, otherwise, she wouldn't be allowed to sign that contract unless Wooster was around, who I'm assuming is her legal guardian.
As the only surviving member of the White household, it is my duty to take up the gauntlet now.
I see. So you really are stupid. What are they chin-wagging about, eh?
Whatever it is, they don't seem to have located the puzzle in this room yet. Let's ask them how they're getting on. What a magnificent chair, quite perfect for the setting, don't you think?
Very plush and good lumbar support too. This seat is taken.
If you see, this chair has the same upholstery as the sofa over there. Oh, I love this lamp. The triple bloom design is just magnificent.
There are similar lamps on the walls too. It's like a jungle in here.
The standard lamp seems more about setting the mood than illumination, don't you think?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, where's the puzzle? There should be a puzzle in here.
The emblem that was on the door is displayed on the wall in this room too. Look.
Adamus isn't taking any chances, is he? He obviously really wants us to know which room we're in.
It seems likely that the treasury is named for a jewel or jewels of some description, doesn't it?
Okay, anything? Okay, not seeing anything here.
Hello, Liza, Mr. Fullord. Have you managed to find the puzzle in here yet? Oh, I didn't hear you come in, Katrielle. No, I'm afraid we haven't had any luck.
Think for yourself. I am merely just biding my time until I can shame you all. It is not going well, Miss Layton, and it makes my dream of becoming a treasure hunter in the future seem very distant.
But now you're here, I'm sure that will change.
Very true. We have a trusty ally, Miss Layton, do we not?
It's a very risky game you've agreed to take part in, don't you think? You could lose everything you have. I wonder, why did you agree to take part in this in the first place? Well, Katrielle, it's like this, you see. Since my dear parents passed away, my life has been filled with sadness and gloom. And recently, I've come to think that I need more. I want to be the sort of person who can face the world alone and win. I want to be worthy of my great family name.
We don't even know what your family did, really. They owned the house.
So I thought that I should be brave here tonight. I see, Liza. Well, that's an interesting reason.
I cannot make Liza and her honorable reasons. For me, I like the thrill. I find the game with stakes so hard to be irresistible. I am getting such a raging bonheur right now. I am, it could be the master of my sheep, and CzarThwomp cannot speak. I spit on you, CzarThwomp. Don't you? Does it not stir the juice of adventure within your veins?
Of course, you're a great fan of adventure, aren't you, Mr. Fullord?
That's right, Miss Layton. It's been my dream for many years to leave the business world behind and go in search of treasure. This is the first step.
So, we really ought to find that puzzle then, hadn't we?
Yes, and you will join us, I hope, Miss Layton. Do my work for me, or I spit on you.
Of course, let's find this room's hidden secret. Ah, look, there's some jewelry in this decanter here.
Shiny and sparkling. I love it. If I wasn't a dog, I'd be a magpie.
Strange habit some people have, putting jewelry inside the decanter.
Oh, look at all the shiny things in here.
Ah, the jewelry box. Those are very beautiful pieces, aren't they? There have always been rumors about people breaking into this place ever since it was abandoned, but there aren't actually any signs of forced entry, and with valuables like these still undisturbed, it would appear the rumors were unfounded, wouldn't it?
Rumors usually are.
Have you found something, Katrielle?
Is it the puzzle?
No, I'm afraid not, but we did discover a rather... no, I'm afraid not, but we did discover a rather beautiful collection of jewelry. Yes, it's also pretty, isn't it?
We need to investigate that jewelry box, but there's no puzzle inside.
No, I can see a puzzle. I can't see a puzzle there either, although...
What is it? Is it something we missed?
It's just the way the jewelry has been organized inside the box. Or rather, how it isn't disorganized at all. Don't you find that strange? Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I just want to pull all of it out and tidy it up.
We can imagine that the owner of this jewelry box was not as meticulous as the two of you. They had better things to do than this.
I wonder. Do you suppose the jewelry in here was misplaced? Presumably, it's supposed to be in the jewelry box we found before.
They don't call you Sherlock for nothing, do they? Oh wait, that's me.
Well, I for one can't stand this disarray any longer. We must tidy up.
Let us all work together, and by work together, you two do the work and I supervise on the couch.
Ah, wait a minute. Yes, that's it. We found the treasury puzzle.
Okay, Jewel Doku. Place one jewel in each of the empty spaces in the jewelry box. In the 5x5 grid, place the jewel so that there is one of each different kind in the horizontal and vertical rows. Press hold the A, yep. Okay, place the jewel so that there is one of each kind in the horizontal and vertical rows. Okay. So in that case, we would have there. Okay. We can't put a green in that one either, so it would have to be over here. Okay. There we go. Pour an orange right there. Come on, I want to put the orange down. Okay. Okay, one of each different kind in the horizontal and vertical rows. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Let's get back to the start. Let's see what this is. I'm out of it right now. Okay. We know that this could be one of them right here. And we'll put an orange right here because that's the only one that can really fit. Okay. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. There. Okay, we'll put you right here. Okay, this one goes here, I believe. Okay. Let me see. This one will have to go here. And finally, this one here. Let me just double check. Let me just do a quick double check, just to be sure. Yeah, one of the few puzzles where Katrielle is actually featured in the puzzle. Okay. Let me see. I just want to double check. Okay. Just want to double check. Okay. Okay, red. Yep. Orange. Red. Green. Okay. There. Okay, got it right. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
You did it. The jewelry box is filled with sparkling gems.
Ah, that's much better. Beautiful jewelry like that really needs to be kept in a proper jewelry box, doesn't it?
Hey, Kat. A scrap of paper just fell out of the bottom of the box. Here, look.
Oh, thank you, Shirl. There's something written on it.
I'll read it out so everyone can hear, miss. Ahem. The treasure was stones, precious stones. No one owned them. No one knew where they were. Until one day, a man stumbled upon them. More mumbo-jumbo that makes no sense.
It seems to be related to the snippet we found in the other room, don't you think? Mr. Fuller, do you think this...
I'm on top of the button, precious stones. It seems we have a winner and some losers.
Oh gosh, that voice, it made me jump.
Will the winners kindly progress to the next room? And the next of you, please leave by this exit along the road to ruin.
Oh, the road to ruin.
I'm sorry we did not win, Liza, but what I tried to take part, it was all your fault, you stupid whore. You ruined it. You ruined my wealth, and now I have to spit on you.
Yes, Mr. Full it's been a lot of fun.
If I have lost everything, there's nothing to do but starting again from scratch. A new adventure awaits. Ha 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 ha.
I suppose I'll have to manage somehow, but you know what? I think I will manage. What does it matter if I lose my fortune? I still have the memory of my loving parents. That's all I need. So for that reason, I'm out.
Yes, you can eat those memories. Those memories will keep you warm and safe.
That's the spirit, Liza. Come this way.
Thank you.
They really took that on the muzzle, didn't they?
Yes, most surprising. Their fortunes don't mean as much to them as I would have thought. Well, anyways, we must move on to the next room. Let's go back to the hall and decide which one to tackle next.
Okay, 2. Okay, chose the blue door treasure as the second room. Contains images of a very wealthy family. Once again, another clue that has absolutely no relation to the actual truth behind this case. Well, basically a little bit here and there, but basically you'll see when we actually see it. Alright then, which room next?
Well, I picked the last door, so now it's your turn, Ernest.
Me, miss? Oh, I don't. Just say the first thing that comes into your head.
Well, there's only two rooms left now, aren't there? So it's between the hope room and the treachery. I think it has to be the hope room.
Gut feeling?
Miss Layton and I prefer to call it miraculous instinctual.
Just say it for what it is, Ernest. Just say that basically you're just going with the first thought that comes into your head.
All right then, the hope room it is. Let's open the green door and see what lies behind it.
Okay, let's go.
Here we are then, the Hope Room. It seems to have a warmer atmosphere than the other rooms. You know, it feels a little strange actually being here than the legendary Richmond Court after all the rumors that have been flying around over the years.
Though if the rumors about this place have been so prevalent over the years, over so many years, then basically you would think Professor Layton would have heard about them. But they don't specify when the rumors became a thing. They aren't given any context. Frankly, they don't even tell us how old Katrielle is. All we know is that Ernest is a first-year university student, but basically that doesn't tell us anything about Katrielle's age. For all we know, Katrielle could be 5. I don't know.
Don't you think so, Ernest? Ernest?
Hello, Dog Star calling pinstripes.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Come along, Ernest, pay attention. So then, the puzzles. The mayor and Mr. Barnum are over there, look.
They're so intent on finding that puzzle, they haven't even noticed us.
There's no sign of the puzzle anywhere, Phineas.
Ha 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 ha! Don't you worry, Pip. We'll find in the end, you mark my words.
You're right, the important thing is not to get flustered.
Why are you so flustered anyways, huh? I mean, haha, I know there's the little matter of your entire fortunes being at stake, but even so, you really seem one of... And that's another thing! One of the people who's being blackmailed is the mayor of the city! So even if Chance was unable to use his media connections to pretty much stifle word of any negative word about the Seven Dragons from spreading, I'm pretty sure that Lowinda could easily pull some political strings to, silence people. Pull a Bill Hawks. I mean, if Bill Hawks can kill 10 people out of haste in his scientific experiment. And mind you, this isn't something that basically was unknown. Basically, this was an outright explosion that happened in a facility. Then I'm pretty sure that Loinda could get away with any sort of blackmail. Mind you, what you hear in this case, I mean, it's not exactly the dirtiest secret. I mean, it's not like Bill Hawks who killed 10 people. So really, yeah. So basically, act like this is so... Yeah, these people act like they killed the guy and then buried the body in the backyard. Basically one of those, I know what you did last summer sort of things. But basically, it's not.
Well, it's the Richmond fortune, isn't it? It's the connection that's making me most uneasy. If I could turn back time, I'd undo what we did 10 years ago. I regret it bitterly, even if I was young and inexperienced. That's no excuse.
We're all in the same boat, though. I mean, we all played a part, didn't we? But they kind of insinuated that basically that the mayor inherited her fortune from her father. So basically, just what? Did she just kill him with the shovel and take the fortune?
I killed him with the shovel. He is dead, and his money is mine. We did, and that includes me. If the Richmond's fortune really exists as Lord Adamus says, I'd like to see it end up in the right hands, where it belongs. Which is why I have to win this puzzle-solving game.
Well, you gotta be in it to win it, eh? That's true. So let's find this darn puzzle, eh?
What did it ever do to you, Phineas?
It had quality taste? They're still looking for it then.
Yes, they don't appear to have found it. Let's go and talk to them.
Okay, pretty bloom pen.
There are a great many old books on the shelf here, aren't there? I wonder if these were Mr. Richmond's favorite reads, or perhaps enjoyed by other members of the family.
The working dog. Perish the thought. That's a very large painting. Some shaggy sheepdog must have used a whole tin of Dulux to cover that area.
It's a wonderful scene, isn't it? And very realistic limoning. Perhaps how some of the London suburbs once looked when they were still agricultural strongholds.
Lamp.
How are you getting along, Piper? Any luck, Phineas?
Cat, there you are.
Oh, you come at just the right time. We can't find the puzzle anywhere. You do seem to be having a hard time. Well, yes, but we have no intention of giving up. May I ask, why did you both agree to take part in this party? You don't strike me as the sort of people who can be bullied into doing this sort of thing. Who can be bullied into doing things they don't want to, either of you. Oh, you know me, Katrielle. I'm a devil when it comes to a party.
Or a festival in general, apparently. Abuse the police to basically promote the festival. Frankly, that would be more of a blackmailing attack. That would be more blackmail worthy than basically what we learned was done. You could say that again, Vip. And how could I turn down a gig like this? You can't put a price on entertainment of this magnitude.
Is that so? Because it seems to me there's another reason, actually.
Always on duty, eh, Cat? Can't turn off that suspicious mind of yours.
Never mind that now. We must concentrate on finding this puzzle first. Would you help us, please, Katrielle?
Yippee! Candles.
That's interesting, candles. I wonder why there are 4 candles here when there's ample illumination from the light on the ceiling. That's strange. I'm sure they weren't lit when we first came to the room. Someone must have lit them then. The question is, who?
Oh, that would be me. I thought it might have something to do with the puzzle we're looking for, so I lit them, but nothing happened.
I see. Even so, something about these candles isn't sitting right with me. And it's strange that there's a grove in the tabletop too. I feel like there's more than that. This is more than just a decoration.
Okay. Try to click it.
Thank you for lighting the candles, Phineas.
Haha, I always keep a box of matches in my pocket. Must be from my Boy Scout days. Ha ha ha. Or when I tried to light a building on fire last week. Puzzle. Sorry, Puzzle. Puzzle, where are you, Puzzle? There we are, Puzzle.
These panels look out of place here, don't you think? I wonder what they're for.
Even with my nose, I smell something fishy here.
Do you think they could be connected to the puzzle in some way, miss? That's interesting. These panels appear to be translucent in places, and they're just the right thickness for... Yes, I wonder if... Have you had a moment to clarify? Have you had a moment to clarify, Katrielle?
If it's those panels you're getting excited about, I hate to bust your bubble. I already checked over them, and there was no sign of a puzzle anywhere.
The panels are the same thickness as the grooves in the table with the candles.
Thought that was said grove.
I think we simply have to arrange the panels and the candles correctly to unlock the puzzle.
Puzzle of Hope. There are 5 panels made of colored glass on the table. Stand 4 of these panels up on the table and use the light from the candles to represent hope. Press A and yeah, turn it around. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, this feels very convoluted. Okay. Oh yeah, we just have to use we just have to use negative space. Okay. Okay. Here we go. There's the E. Okay. Okay, I think that's it, but I just want to verify. Okay, Puzzle of Hope. Okay, good thing I checked. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we are. Okay. I had the right idea, it's just... Well, apparently I did know how to turn panels.
This should do it, I think. Puzzles are made for solving.
You did it! Hope. The panels spelled out the letters when the light from the candle shone through. The light of hope is flickering gently.
So it spells out the word hope. Very ingenious.
I could have got the answer without even coming into the room.
That's strange, though. Where is it?
What's the matter? We've solved the puzzle now. Shouldn't we be making our way to the next room?
Not yet. After we solved the other 2 puzzles, we discovered a curious note, didn't we? Both times.
Oh, yes, that gibberish. So you think there should be another note around here somewhere, too?
Most probably, yes. I found it. It's there in tiny writing on the back of one of the panels. Look, Ernest, if you please. Oh, yes, miss. At once.
The Rosenberg stone shone like a beacon of hope, a promise of wealth restored. The man thought that mercy was upon him until...
Until?
That's it, miss. The sentence is incomplete, I'm afraid.
Oh, no. Now I really want to know what happens next.
Do you know that? Did you hear that, Pip?
Yes, the Rosenberg stones. A beacon of hope. It's all too clear.
God, I hate to leave on a cliffhanger like this, but we're out of running now, right? Out of the running. CzarThwomp forgetting to include the word the.
Yes, we failed to solve the puzzle, which means we've lost. For that reason, I'm out.
I see you have all attempted the puzzle, but not all of you succeed in solving it. Those who failed to solve the puzzle have lost. It's the end for you. You must now leave the room and follow the road to ruin. Those are the rules you all agreed to. There's a lot of talk of failing and losing, isn't there?
Yes, well, we've lost our fortunes, Phineas, but I won't let that stop me from doing my job as the mayor. I'll just embezzle all the more.
Haha, that's the spirit. Maybe it's time I let the business go anyways. I always wanted to make my own movie. Come on then, Pip. It's this way for us.
Yes, all right.
They look almost pleased that they've lost everything.
Well, I suppose if there's more to your life than money, perhaps you wouldn't mind too much. Miss Layton, sure.
What's up, Pinstripes?
Well, let's move on to the next room, shall we?
Oh no, because it's not like Ernest is suspicious in any way, shape, or form right now.
Yes, the next room is the last one, isn't it? Perhaps we'll finally learn what this puzzle game is all about.
Yes, the puzzle party. Yeah, imagine, basically. Imagine. The mayor, she gets busted a week later trying to embezzle money. And then basically her reasoning,
I lost everything thanks to the puzzle party. Good idea.
Halfway done. Halfway done. Halfway done. Okay. The series panels that spelled the word hope when rearranged. Basically, there was only one clue that we got that was even close to relevant. The other two are just observations. They just can't let us go directly to the final room. No, we have to basically do it in a drawn-out cutscene.
Here we are again. So, let's see. Which room should we try next?
And I got the hiccups. Hooray! There's only one left.
Haha, I know. I was pulling your leg, sure. It's the treachery, then. Yes, we've had the Rosenberg room, the treasury, and the Hope room. This last room has an altogether different feel to it, doesn't it?
And such a welcoming name.
It's rather ominous, certainly. Well, we're not about to bow out now, are we? Not after coming so far. Of course not, Ernest. So, shall we? Yes, through the purple door and into the treachery.
Okay, let's go. And yippee, my light's starting to flash again. Hey, someone forgot to turn on the light. Ugh, freaking my light's acting up. Stop! And every time I look up, it stops flashing.
All these portraits on the wall are very impressive, aren't they? But the room feels rather dejected with the toppled furniture and empty frames lying about. Oh, there's something over there in the gloom. I can't make out who. Don't worry, Ernest. This is the last room, and we're also down to the last dragon. Which means that it must be Madame Doubli. Oh yes, of course. How silly of me.
Looks like the old Great Dame hasn't spotted us yet.
No, not here, and it's not here either. Where on earth is that wretched puzzle? I can't find it anywhere.
She's snarling more than usual.
Madame Doubli is considered the leader of the 7 dragons. I imagine she's also the wealthiest of them, which means she stands to lose more than anyone else in this game. I expect that's why she's so determined. I wonder. I think we should go and have a word. Come along, you two.
Okay.
Everything was neat and tidy in the other rooms. Only here are there signs of disarray.
Do you think somebody toppled that deliberately?
There don't appear to be any sharp pieces or splintery wood that's broken off, so don't worry.
Hidden puzzle.
Ernest, look at this painting. Oh, yes, miss. It's marvelous, isn't it? No, I don't mean the picture itself. I'm talking about the frame. There's a puzzle hidden in it.
What square did that? Spaceship SOS-3. Okay, I like this sort of puzzle. There's a spaceship. Yes, I know about the puzzle. Okay. Okay. Take this down. Okay. Okay. Let me just check. This is the only one that can go to. Okay. Okay. Over here. Over here. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, just want to double check. Okay. Over here. Over here. Come on, let me just select it. Thank you. Okay. Let me just check. Okay. Okay, there we go. Bring that down here. Bring that over here. Okay, take that over here. Okay. Okay, put that here. Okay, I was off. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. Okay, has to lead somewhere. Okay. Aha, here we go. Bring that over here. Bring that over there. Okay. No, we don't want that. Okay. Bring that over here. Bring that over there. Okay, down. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay. Put that over there. Okay. There. There. Okay, bring this one over here. Bring this one down, or rather keep that one there. up, and then finally, boom.
This should do it, I think. Puzzles are made for solving.
You did it! You breathed life into the spaceship again. But how many times can one astronaut run out of fuel? Don't you have roadside assistance in space? Yes, you have AAA in space, or rather triple S.
What do you think about having a portrait of me on the wall in the office? A really big one, you know, so it makes a big statement.
Frankly, no matter how big that portrait is, that portrait could cover the entirety of the West Hemisphere, and it would still not be as big as your ego, Cat.
Oh, I think that's a spiffing idea, miss. I would worship it. Simply spiffing. I would worship it. I would bow to it. I would bow to it every day. I would pray to it.
No, some of us have to sleep there, you know.
Really? You don't like that idea? What a shame. I thought it would really add something.
Yes, a sense of horror and disdain.
Good evening, Madame Dubley. We were wondering where you disappeared to.
Katrielle, darling. Katrielle, darling, how long have you been in this room? I thought there's no one else had chosen it. I'd been able to find the puzzle in my own time, but no such luck. I'm starting to wonder if our elusive host hasn't actually forgotten to set up the puzzle up in here.
I doubt that's the case, Madame. Yes, Lord Adamus strikes me as a very particular person. I'm sure there's a puzzle in here somewhere.
Oh, this is almost vexing. I simply must have to solve that puzzle. Solve all the puzzles and take possession of the Richmond fortune. Otherwise, I would break the promise I made all those years ago.
Break a promise? Yes.
Yes, to my bookie.
Oh? Madame Dubley, it seems that all 7 of you present here tonight have a profound connection to Lord Adamus and to Mr. Richmond himself.
Oh, Katrielle, darling, I'm not at liberty to speak of that. It is a secret that only we dragons know. Please forget all that and help me locate this confounded puzzle. The party must go on.
Very well, Madame. We'll help you look. That's a beautiful picture, isn't it? The red petals are so vivid and bright. I rather like the simplicity of it being only one flower.
You like it too, huh, Pinstripes? Or do you need winding up?
Oh, sorry. No, it's just there's something about this picture. I know what you mean, Ernest.
Ah, yes, that old picture. It was one of Maximilian's favorites, you know. It is rather charming, isn't it? All those people holding hands around the flower like that. It was the symbolism he enjoyed, I believe. He was always one for working together, hand in hand, towards a common goal. He liked helping his fellow man, you see.
Mr. Richmond always helped people. Did you know Mr. Richmond well, madam?
Oh, yes, Maximilian and my late husband were close friends. Such a shame that they're no longer with us.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up a painful memory for you.
Oh, that's quite all right, darling. I'm very thick-skinned, you know.
Okay, give me my puzzle.
There's something very enriching about taking in a painting like this, isn't there?
Oh, you're an art critic. Sorry, I thought you were a gut-following detective.
Don't be sarcastic, sir. I have rather a lot to say about art, you know.
You've got a lot to say about a lot of things.
Oh, wait, this picture.
Give it a rest now, Cat. I get it. You like the flower.
No, it's the frame, I think.
Oh, please, don't start waxing lyricals about the frame now. Well, look at that. It was upside down.
It spun around when I pushed on it. There must be some kind of mechanism behind it.
Still, apart from spinning the picture, nothing much happened, did it?
Wait, look at the other picture.
It flipped over. I cannot speak. And did I imagine it, or did that drawer just pop open as well?
I think this deserves close inspection.
Just a few weird panels of some kind in this drawer.
I wonder what they're used for. Well, let's leave them for now and take a closer look at the picture.
Phew, anyone else having trouble seeing what it's supposed to be? Don't tell me, Cat. This is art. Is that it?
I don't know. Even from an artistic perspective, it doesn't quite seem right. It's lacking somehow.
I say, darling, have you located the puzzle?
Oh, afraid not, madame. Just a rather unusual picture.
Yes, unusual indeed. Even as an abstract painting, it feels rather disjointed.
Yes. Wait, disjointed? That's it. This picture itself is the puzzle.
It's definitely puzzling, but I'm starting to think all art is puzzling.
No, sure. We'll see what the picture is after we solve the puzzle.
Yes, as you can tell, I am very tired. Essentially, before I started this stream, I'd been binging Advanced Wars Reboot Camp, and I just completed the final mission of the first game. So yeah, so if I see a little frazzled, that's why. Puzzle of Betrayal. Let's put this picture back together. Slide each of the pieces in the picture into the right position, and then place the large piece outside the frame into the empty space. Okay, sliding puzzle. Okay, what are these? Okay. Let's see. Okay, pull this out. Okay, no, that's not gonna do it. Okay. There we go. Slide that out. Okay, okay, very similar to the puzzle in Machinarium. That was very similar. Okay. Okay. Okay, just have to focus on getting this out. Okay. Okay. Bring that down there. Bring that over here. Now bring that down here. Okay. That should do. Come on, let me pull that out. Okay. Let me just deal with this. Okay. Let me just get out my guide. Okay. Puzzle of Betrayal. Okay. Okay, first step. Slide the small L-shaped piece down. Yep. Slide the right one down as well. Okay. Slide the large L shape down. Okay. It's kind of already down. Slide it to the right. Wait. Slide the large L-shaped piece right. Okay. Slide the horizontal bar piece right and down. Okay. Slide the L-shaped piece to the left. Okay. Slide to the left. Okay, slide the L-shaped piece up. Slide the horizontal bar right. Slide the small L-shaped piece up and left. Okay, slide the small L-shaped, okay. Slide the horizontal, okay. Let's see, slide this one, slide it down. Slide it to the left, slide it to the right, up. Okay, like that, slide the horizontal bar left. Okay, slide the large L-shaped piece down. Okay, there we go. Slide the large L-shaped piece right and up. Okay. And there we go.
So, in conclusion, still no patch on Miss Layton, of course.
You did it! The picture's been perfectly put back together. It's a very sad picture of 7 people with their backs turned on another. Yes, screw the little girl who did absolutely nothing. How dare that little girl not know the proper etiquette in a complex social situation? Look, now we solved the puzzle. The picture's taken form. It appears to be a group of people all turning their back on another. Gosh, perhaps it was better in pieces. Isn't there something written here, Ernest? Oh yes, you're right. In tiny letters here on the edge of the frame. I'll read it out. 7 snakes in the grass snatched the stones away, and treachery left the man to die in obscurity.
Treachery? Sad as the image is, I fear it portrays the events of real life. To untie and to help one another is a wonderful thing. Yet the truth is treachery and betrayal are ever present. People compete, people cheat, and people deceive. In the end, only the winners of this world find happiness.
That may be true, madam, but it's a terrible thing not to believe in your fellow man.
My dear boy, you are quite naive. Believe it no one but yourself. That's a lesson I've learnt over the years, and it has served me well. It's the basis of my enviable social status and my fortune. A gentleman once taught me, any means do it, and if it serves your purpose. I've carried that maxim with me and practiced it to the letter in honor of my mentor, which is precisely why I cannot afford to be beat at this juncture, and yet... It seems this room has claimed its victim.
Right on cue.
For the losers in this game, darkness awaits. Kindly leave along the road of ruin. Oh dear me, no, this is a calamity. I can't lose it all, I can't. I was planning to expand my empire outside of London to reach every corner of the British Isles, but now I'm out.
Try to remain calm, madame. I'm afraid the rules are the rules. Let's get you on the road to ruin now. I'll come with you, don't worry.
You will?
But Miss Layton, you don't need to go that way. Only losers have to leave. Don't be with those bums. They're not worthy of your presence. The truth is, I got that last puzzle wrong as well. So for that reason, I'm afraid I'm out. Sorry, Ernest. Sorry, Shell.
Miss, you got it wrong.
Yes, so I had to follow the road to ruin as well. Good luck with the rest, you two.
Good luck with the rest, she says. Wow, thanks. So close. We're so close. Okay. 1 of 2 clues so far that actually is relevant to the case. Okay. Let's go, come on. Follow the road to ruin.
I say, it's very dark down here, isn't it? And it feels most uncomfortable underfoot. I would have thought a carpet would have been laid down at the very least.
Well, shall we be walking? Well, shall we try walking anyways? We should join the others who failed. Sorry, was that you going out, madame?
No, I didn't utter a word. If my ears weren't deceiving me, I could have sworn I just heard a dog bark.
A dog? Ah, I see.
God, it's me.
Cheryl, what are you doing down here?
This way seems more exciting.
What about Ernest?
A master of espionage like me can slip down here unnoticed, but if Pinstripe tried it, Adamus would be onto us straight away. So I didn't tell him. I just slipped away.
A master of espionage? I'm impressed, Cheryl.
So, spill the beans, Cat. You've got a plan, haven't you?
Of course, an English gentleman is never beaten, Cheryl. Merely inconvenienced.
Come on, then. What have you got in mind?
This Richmond Court is hiding a secret. I'm sure of it. Being out of the running in the puzzle game gives me a chance to explore.
As plans go, that's what I've come to expect from you. Still, I suppose I can help you look for this secret, whatever it is.
My trusty canine companion. Let's start by looking for clues here along the so-called road to ruin. Remember our motto, Fido. Any mystery solved.
Strange place to find bottles and jars, isn't it?
I wonder what this passageway was originally used for, and by whom.
What do you think is in these? Pooch hooch? Or is that wishful thinking? Coin? It's the dungeon.
Ah, there's an opening here. Look, for ventilation, I imagine.
Let me see. Ooh, it goes a long way back. It might even be connected to somewhere else in the building.
Could you swing a cat in there, do you think?
Even if you could fit, there's a small grill just inside.
We might be able to persuade that to move, though. I'll get Ernest to do it. Ernest, move that grill.
And then Ernest just tries to yank it off, but he can't even budge it with his weak arms. No chance?
Don't give it so easily, Cheryl. You never know unless you try.
You're not seriously going to try to pull that thing out, are you?
You're not going to beat me, grill.
I am rooting for this grill. I'm rooting for that grill. You did it. I don't believe it.
Ha! We can climb in there now.
You're stronger than you look. Remind me never to try pulling on the lead.
It was old and bent already, if truth be told. Anyways, never mind the whys and wherefores. I'm going in.
Wait for me. Good gracious, I literally couldn't possibly. I shall have to proceed along this miserable passageway alone now, I suppose.
Where are we now, I wonder?
Well, this is a pretty impressive room, especially coming from that tunnel we just crawled through.
So many books, it's like a little library. Perhaps this was Mr. Richmond's study.
There's something different about this room.
Yes, the other rooms we've been in have been well looked after, but this one...
It's dusty and full of cobwebs, and what a mess. It's worse than your desk.
Thank you, Cheryl, and all these curious bits of machinery on the floor. It looks as if someone has been using this room as an office and workshop of sorts. I wonder if... I won't be a moment, Cheryl. Stay.
Where are you going?
I just went to check the door to the room. It was locked on this side. I've unlocked it now, though.
You mean it was locked on the inside? What?
Presumably somebody didn't want anybody else coming in here.
Who, though? Adamus, you think?
I don't know. But perhaps we could find something in here that gives a link between Mr. Richmond and the mysterious Lord Adamus. Let's look around and see what we can turn up. This is a strange-looking contraption, isn't it? I wonder what in the world it could be used for.
Who do you suppose made this crazy-looking machine? Adamus, maybe?
If Ernest were here, he might be able to enlighten us about what this is. Ah, look, there are some letters here.
Who are they addressed to?
Let's see. G. Dublé, P.T. Baron, Barnon, P. Loweninda, L. White, G. Sloanes, C. Sands, and M. Fullard.
All the 7 dragons, then. What do they say inside?
I'll read one out.
I, Maximilian Richmond, will never absolve you of your guilt. One day I will take back what is rightfully mine, everything that you stole from me.
They appear to be letters written by the late Mr. Richmond.
They can't be. He died 10 years ago, didn't he?
Well, it's true, these letters don't look like they were written that long ago.
Who did write them then?
I don't know, not yet, but it's becoming increasingly undeniable that the Seven Dragons have some dark history with Mr. Richmond. The emblems and the spines of these books look familiar, don't you think?
Ah, they're the same symbols that were displayed on the doors of the puzzle rooms.
Exactly, a mountain, a gemstone, a torch, and a sword.
And just like those 4 books look like they're sticking out a bit to me. And just those 4 books look like they're sticking out a bit to me. Ah, cannot read.
Yes, suspicious. Perhaps they operate some kind of mechanism.
Okay, we gotta go in the order, I guess, because Katrielle can just stumble upon the order of the books. Cat, look, the thing on the wall there just moved.
The round's head stonework. Yes, it's revealed something. Papers of some kind.
Let me see too.
Dated 10 years ago, before Mr. Richmond's death, that would be.
Show me.
Oh.
Hey.
We discovered something of a revelation here, Cheryl. If what it says in these papers is true, the Richmond fortune is, we need to investigate to find out whether this information is reliable or not.
Pinterest would have let me see. Yes, and we the player would like to see. Okay, in Richmond's study, there were documents showing a clear link between himself and the 7 dragons some 10 years ago. One last clue. One last clue. One last clue. Okay, almost done. Okay. No, we already investigated that.
I imagine this must have been Mr. Richmond's private collection of books, and the collection is.
I cannot speak.
Politics, economics, history. There appears to be books on a whole range of subjects.
So many books. How many years would it take to read all this? How many dog years?
Look, there's some writing on the wall here.
Someone's graffitied the wall in a room like this, dirty mongrel.
I don't think it's just graffiti. And Ernest, read it out, would you?
Yes, God forbid you gotta do something yourself, Katrielle. Your dog's body isn't here, remember?
Oh, no, of course. Sorry, force of habit. I always have Ernest read for me.
Yes, because God forbid you read for yourself. You always have Ernest do everything for you, especially the menial stuff.
He's my simp. If I don't have him do it, he will die. Well, I suppose I have to do it myself then, so... Deep under the ground of the Rosenberg, a great treasure lay. A beacon of hope until treachery ruined it all. What do you think?
You're the detective.
Well, it contains the name of each of the 4 rooms we held to go into. Rosenberg, treachery, hope, and treachery.
Treasury, yes, treachery and treachery. So you think this is where Adamus got his inspiration for naming the rooms?
Possibly, yes. I think he's trying to tell us something. Or rather, I think he's trying to tell the 7 dragons something.
It's amazing that we popped out in here after being in that stinky old corridor.
My back is still aching from crawling through that narrow passageway.
I didn't have to stoop at all. That passageway was made of a hound of perfect proportions like me. Yes, Cheryl's apparently the apex of perfection. That's what peak performance looks like, and we just have to deal with it. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Anything? Anything? Okay, nothing there. Still nothing. Okay. Puzzle.
Ah, I sent that puzzle here. Look. Spanner's nuts and bolts. By the look of all these tools and bits of hardware lying around, someone's been making something here.
Magnet magic. This huge robot is in need of a remodel. Use all the available magnets and join them together to make one circuit. The north pole of each magnet is red and the south pole is blue. If the poles are opposite, they will join. If they're the same, they will repel. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. 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 Let's do this. Okay. Put this down here. Okay. Okay, bring this out here. Okay. Another one. Okay. 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 Get rid of that. Okay, I am starting to get really tired right now. Okay. Put this here. Okay. There we are. Okay. Another one will go here. And finally, there.
I've seen how to solve this now. And that's how it's done.
You did! The magnetic circuit is complete. Uh-oh. Looks like those magnets may be a bit too powerful.
Well, that's one more mystery confined to history, but the mystery of who's been working in this room remains very much present and unsolved.
No time to be yapping then. On with the investigation. Okay, I'll recheck that out. Okay.
The vest on the wall here is very intriguing.
Okay. Yes, we read that already. Check the lamp.
This telephone is very old-fashioned, isn't it?
You would think that it's part of the desk, which we already checked.
Hello, hello. Oh, the line's connected.
It is, but this place hasn't been lived in for years. Why would the phone still be hooked up?
It's clear that somebody has been using this place. According to all the urban legends, this place has been deserted since Mr. Richmond's death. Rumors are that it's haunted, but far from ghosts walking these corridors now, it would appear somebody very weird has been inhabiting this palace.
Rumors are like tumors. They spread fast and do no good.
But it's certainly worth remembering that not everything people say is true. But from what we discovered in here, it seems very likely that someone has been using the place recently.
We still don't know who, though. Adamus, is it?
Probably, and of course there's something else we've learned. Mr. Richmond clearly had some dealings with the 7 dragons 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, those 7 know something alright, I'm sure of it. I still don't get who this Adamus fellow is, though. Is he connected to Richmond somehow?
That I don't know yet, but if he really has located the Richmond fortune, then I think it's safe to assume that they must be connected in some way. It's the only thing that would make sense. So how about we carry on exploring the other rooms? Perhaps we'll find a hint that gives away the true identity of Lord Adamus.
You want to snoop around more? And you do realize we can't possibly cover every room in a place this size, don't you?
Oh, stop jabbering, sir. You know, Ernest never questioned me like this.
That's because Ernest is a spineless simp with no personality of his own. Yeah, I wonder why.
Oh, before we go, I just need to make a call.
You're going to use that phone? Who are you calling? Please don't tell me it's a hair appointment.
I'm calling for takeout, of course. I want my Grubhub. I just remembered something important that I need to arrange, that's all. It won't be long, sir.
She's unbelievable.
There, all done. You should have heard the reaction when I said I was calling from Richmond Court.
I can imagine.
So let's go and explore some other rooms. Here, boy.
Okay, let's move out. Oh, this room seems kind of different to the others, doesn't it?
Oh, it's adorable. It looks like a little boy's room.
Is it worth having a sniff around, do you think?
I don't know. I don't imagine we'll discover anything earth-shattering in here. But still, we could have a quick look. There's a set of picture books on the desk here. Look, the one on top is about animals. Ah, and there's a name inside the cover. Miles Richmond.
Miles?
Perhaps it's a Richmond son, or more likely grandson. And judging by the reading material and other things on his desk, I'd say Miles was a great animal lover and fond of toys. A nice boy, no doubt.
And that is exactly what to do with this case?
I'm allowed a little diversion every now and then, aren't I, sure?
Basically, diversion is the name of the game when it comes to Katrielle. Sorry. Not if we want to work out the connection between the Richmond fortune and Adamus, no. If we're done in here, let's snip around the other room.
Yes, all right. Oh, that's strange.
You mean that lump in the middle of the desk? It wouldn't help your handwriting, that's for sure.
It's a puzzle, shirt. It was hidden from view.
Children's jigsaw. There are some sad-looking animals scattered on the table in this children's room. There are some sad-looking animals scattered on the table in this children's room. Can you place the animal pieces in the frame on the table to complete the puzzle? Can CzarThwomp read properly? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, probably the bat in the corner somewhere. Okay. There. We'll put this. Nah, that wouldn't work. The turtle may. Yep, the turtle's working. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. Okay. Let's see. Children's jigsaw. Okay. Got the puzzle. Okay. There. And finally, boom.
This is an interesting one. Puzzles are made for solving.
You did! The animal puzzle is complete. The animals somehow seem a lot happier now that they're all back together.
Well, that's unexpected. Completing the puzzle opens the drawer. What an interesting desk. I've certainly never seen a puzzle lock like this before.
Anything in that drawer?
An old book about an explorer, by the look of it. Presumably this was a favorite book of Maya's if he kept it in this special puzzle lock drawer.
What is it, Kat?
The book! Lord Adamus. I think I might know who.
Final clue. We are free. Yeah, and they don't reveal it to you. They don't reveal it to you because they want it to be a plot twist that only Katrielle knows. Because God forbid we're part of the mystery. Okay. Solve the case. Get me out of here. We're almost done with this game.
I've worked out. I know who Lord Adamus really is.
You do?
I do indeed. This mystery is history.
Who is it then? Who's behind this crazy puzzle-solving party?
Well, sure, if you haven't mastered sit now would be a good time. Because the truth is...
Ladies and gentlemen.
Grr, not now, Adamus.
The party's over. Would the losers kindly make their way back to the hall? I would like to get a good view of you all. Now that you've lost everything. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
Yes, because you gotta include that ha ha ha. You gotta include the maniacal laugh. Back to the hall now. He's worse than a sheepdog. The way he's hurting everybody around.
Don't worry, it suits the situation perfectly. I'd like to speak with everyone together. It's time to reveal the truth behind this puzzle-solving party.
So, we are all together again.
In other words, we all failed.
So what? Every one of us has to give up our fortunes. Every last penny.
It is simply beyond the pale.
Well, I for one have no regrets. I went into this with my eyes open after all.
Yes. I'm with Mayor Loanida.
Ah, Kat, you're back too, huh? Good.
Miss Layton, thank goodness you're all right. You had me terribly worried.
Worried? About what?
So, you were all defeated by my puzzles. That concludes the contract nicely. You're ruined. Utterly ruined.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but those contracts are all null and void.
Null and void?
What the dickens are you all doing here?
Inspector Hastings, what are you doing here?
Thank you for coming, Inspector. You're right on cue.
Come on, Kat, what's going on? Why have you called me here?
I fully intend to explain everything, and I'd like you to be a witness to what transpires here.
A witness? I'm not nicking anyone then. Kat, are you saying you've...
Confined this mystery to history? Indeed I have. In fact, I've solved all the mysteries connected with this palace.
Huh?
Perhaps we should start by identifying the one common factor that links the seven of you. All of you were at one time members of a diamond mining concern, weren't you?
Yes, they yeah, you're gonna see just how Katrielle just pulls it right out of her ass.
And you struck the jackpot. In fact, It's the money from those diamonds which formed the basis of all your fortunes and allowed you to succeed in your respective business ventures. It's what made you all who you are today.
Yeah, even though they never specify it was a diamond mining operation. They never specify this. They never specify this in the parts that we hear. Yeah, maybe in the documents that Katrielle looked over that we weren't allowed to hear. God forbid we get some insight, because basically you could think, oh, they were just some jewels that were inherited or the like.
The trouble is, what if your diamond mine was actually on Richmond property?
Are you making all this up, Kat?
If Richmond turned out to be the rightful owner of the mine, all 7 of you would automatically be ruined, of course.
Well...
It would seem that the mastermind behind tonight's escapade, Lord Adamas that is in some way connected to Richmond. And moreover, that he's intent on exacting revenge on those who robbed him of his wealth.
Kat, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. The place we uncovered the diamonds definitely wasn't on Richmond land.
Is that so? Or is that just what you all like to tell yourselves?
Huh, don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous? Isn't that just what this whole puzzle party is? Yet you all agreed to take part. Was that to appease your own guilt?
Yeah, one time they're actually resisting.
The truth is, you're taking part in this charade under duress, isn't it? Why don't we move on to the real puzzle about tonight's proceedings? The identity of our host, Lord Adamas. Certainly a rather exceptional character.
You could say that again.
The self-confessed multi-millionaire Adamas is really you!
That's right! They turned Ernest into the twist villain. The freaking simp into the twist villain. And you're thinking, oh, now we're going to get some really interesting details. No, it's too little too late.
Ernest Greaves, no more deceit.
Pinstripes?
Miss Layton, what are you talking about? How could you possibly think I was... Oh, what's the use? No doubt you figured everything out anyway, haven't you? Yes, it's true. I am Adamas.
Probably a mongrel's uncle.
You're really the last surviving member of the Richmond line, aren't you? The 8th grandchild of Maximilian Richmond, Miles Richmond. You decided to use the urban legend of Richmond that rose up here in London as a means to take revenge on the 7 dragons here tonight.
Come on, Pinstripes. Tell me she's barking up the wrong tree.
Goodness me. Can he really be that young boy?
Haha, yes, it's all true. You've hit the nail on the head as usual, Miss Layton. But how did you know? How did you know it was me?
Because of this.
Where did you...
It was in your old room, Miles. Ernest Shackleton, Surprise Explorer by Richard Greaves. The origin of your assumed name, if I'm not mistaken. And all around this palace are little telltale signs of your duplicity.
How could I have made such an elementary mistake? And after I was so careful to dispose of all the portraits and photographs as well.
Wait, yeah, so you're going around disposing of all the photos that could implicate you, but yet you wouldn't think, oh, I'm gonna go and just do a clean through my old room.
I must say though, Ernest, you've excelled yourself preparing all these puzzles for everyone.
But they were too easy to outsmart you, weren't they?
I just cannot understand why someone as intelligent and good-natured as you would pursue such a worthless folly as revenge.
I know. I know that revenge is pointless.
Not when I could be using that dedicating that time to simping for you.
But it was for Mama. I promised her.
I promised her that I'd be the biggest simp of all.
Your mother?
When my grandfather went bankrupt, Mama was left with nothing. We had no one to turn to, not a soul, but Mama moved heaven and earth to keep me safe. Mama!
Miles, I'm so sorry, darling. For you to have to suffer like this. But none of it is your fault.
Don't worry. I'm quite all right, Mama.
There's so much I wanted to show you. But we're practically destitute. And now I'm ill too. I'm so sorry.
Mama, I don't mind. I just want you to get well again.
Yes, me too. But you know, Miles, you can be strong even on your own.
Mama, I'm going to get it back. I'll get it all, I promise. I'm going to make them return it all. Every last thing they stole from us. I swear, one day, when I've made something of myself, I'll get them back for what they did to us.
Oh, Miles,
Mama!
Dear boy.
In the end, all the stress and exhaustion, it was too much for her. I was only 12 at the time when I had to say goodbye to her forever. But I swore then I'd keep my promise to take revenge on those who had wronged our family.
But yet that makes zero sense, because basically the entire time that we're dealing with the 7 dragons, Ernest is nothing but kind and friendly to them. And you could say, oh, Ernest, he's trying to basically lure them into a false sense of security. But there were several instances that Ernest could have worked to actively screw them over. There were cases where they could have, where basically their reputations could have been absolutely trashed. I mean, with chance alone, just Ernest could have blackmailed that guy to the moon and back with basically just the idea of Ratman. Just really, what? Just Ernest could have done so many things to try to sabotage the cases. You know, try to basically make it where he's actively trying to keep Katrielle from solving them or get to the right answer by being bumbling. You could have been doing that, you know. Or basically, or have it where he befriends Katrielle in the hopes that she digs up some dirt for him to use, you know? That would have actually been better, where basically Ernest uses all of the secrets that basically Katrielle, all basically the mishaps that he was learning about these people while on the cases with Katrielle to basically build some blackmail. I mean, like I said, just what with that whole, actually, wait, no, they did reveal the whole, she faked that whole thing. Yeah, so basically, never mind. But still, the fact that just Ernest shows no indication whatsoever that he bears resentment for these people. And mind you, the way he's acting, basically, you would think that just they were Joe Chill killing Batman's parents here. But no, Ernest was absolutely 100% civil and kind to them and acted friendly to them.
So it was a promise. That's what drove you to these lengths.
I had to see it through. I couldn't let her down, you see.
But do you really think this is what she would have wanted?
Yes, that her son basically dedicates all his time to simping for Katrielle. And mind you, Katrielle's not paying him anything for that simping.
Okay, I hate to interrupt the art, but Ernest Miles Richmond, I'm placing you under arrest.
And how is Ernest going to enforce those contracts? What would Ernest have done? Basically, make flyers and just toss them around the town?
And it looks like I'm gonna need to have a chat with all you dragons as well. I never thought the lot of you would be criminals.
Oh, no.
Now, Inspector Hasty. I think there may be another explanation.
Hey?
I wonder who the diamonds really belong to at the end of the day.
I'm more confused than when I found out I was a dog.
Which we never address ever in this game.
After all, everyone, the Earth's riches belong to us all, don't they?
What are you on about? Cat, you're starting to sound like a hippie.
You were right, Katrielle. 10 years ago, the land had already been repossessed. Maximilian Richmond had no further rights on the mine at that time.
How's that?
He failed to pay the tax levied on the land and lost his claim to it as a result. He must have kept the fact a secret so he could claim the diamonds from the mine were rightfully his. Shortly after that, however, he died.
So you're saying the diamonds are nobody's?
It wasn't these 7 ladies and gentlemen who stole the diamonds from Richmond. If anything, it was the other way around.
But...
Yes, that's as I thought. Thank you for investigating for me, Emiliana.
I didn't do it as a favor to you. As I've told you countless times, hard data is the quickest way to solve any case.
I'll try to bear that in mind. So, it's like I said. The Earth's riches belong to us all. The diamonds were nobody's, so the 7 dragons here couldn't have stolen them.
But that...
That means all we're looking at here is the antics you've been up to, Sunshine.
I just don't understand. How could it be that way? Mama would have...
Your mother knew, of course.
No!
Ernest, don't you see why she didn't tell you that you had it wrong? Why she didn't tell you the truth?
No!
Don't you think maybe it was to give you a focus? Isn't that what's kept you going all these years?
No, it's been just lately. It's been Ernest simping for Katrielle.
I think your mother let you believe in this idea of revenge to give you strength, knowing that you'd have to face life alone, and trusting that as you grew up, you would see the folly of it and eventually forget the idea.
Listen, darling. You must follow your heart. Don't waver. If you keep listening to what your heart tells you, I'm sure you'll see the light in the end.
I'll make them all pay, Mama. I will. I'll make them all pay. I swear.
I know, my darling boy. But please don't forget. First, you have to grow big and strong and make a man of yourself.
I will. I'll be as big and strong and important as any of them. You'll see.
That's my boy. You live your life, Miles. Make your mama proud. Show them all what a great man you can be.
By simping like no one's business.
So you mean she never really wanted me to? I didn't see it. And now look what I've done. Oh, how could I have done something like this?
Ernest, I'm sure you have made your mother proud. I'm sure you're just the man she hoped you would be. In every single way. She loved you.
Mama, forgive me. Forgive me for not seeing what you meant. Oh.
Well, cheer up, Ernest. Remember, the dragons have actually done nothing wrong. And I think you too can be considered blameless.
Eh? Blameless? Isn't that a bit of a stretch? Come on! What about all this palaver? The threats, the conniving, the intent to completely ruin these poor people. And you say he's blameless? Pull the other one.
Well, take a look at that. See, Inspector?
Eh? Cat? What do you mean?
Darling boy, we've been looking for you all these years.
For me?
Yes, we're all very much indebted to Lord Richmond, you see. It was thanks to him that the diamonds were discovered at all. Aye, he knew if he were the legal owner of the mine, any money he made would disappear on repaying his debts. So, He relinquished his claim on the land deliberately and arranged for us to discover the diamonds.
He was a wise man. He saw the diamonds as London's future. He did not want the money squandered on personal loans. It was for you to use. He wished it as an investment for the city.
That doesn't tie in. See, I thought he tried to reclaim his right to the mine.
No, we tried to return the mine to Richmond. Without the money from the diamonds, the family faced certain ruin. We wanted to help. We couldn't bear to see the family fail. We tried desperately to save him by giving the mine and the diamonds back. But he steadfastly refused. We have heavy hearts knowing that we failed you.
And I invented the Richmond legend. I couldn't bear for that great family to be associated with financial ruin. So I concocted a story about a great fortune hidden somewhere in this old house.
So now you see, my dear, everyone was extremely fond of your grandfather.
Oh no! What on earth have I done?
We all came here today in the knowledge that Miles must be behind this puzzle party. But none of us ever suspected that it was you, Ernest.
I had no idea about it. I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry.
Miles, let's start afresh.
Yes, your grandfather and your mother would have wanted that.
You're all... Thank you.
Come, my boy.
Now I look, the resemblance is striking.
You're right. I don't know why any of us didn't see it before.
So, are you still going to arrest him? No one here would claim, Inspector, to have been harmed by Ernest.
All right.
Now, why ever are you still crying, dear boy?
I'm sorry. I'm just so happy.
Well, Cat, I've got to hand it to you this time. I didn't see any of that coming. You really did teach an old dog new tricks.
You should know. The truth is stranger than fiction.
So Lord Adamus's puzzling little party came to an end, as did the vengeful thoughts he'd so long harbored for the dragons. But Ernest will always be Ernest to me, not Myers Richmond.
Yeah, knowing Ernest, if he would have gotten that money, he would have been giving it all to Katrielle. Every last cent would be going to Katrielle. I will donate all to your OnlyFans, Katrielle. It is my duty as your most loyal and dedicated of simps.
And I've insisted he continues to serve as my assistant for no pay whatsoever, for only the privilege of being able to serve me. The bins don't empty themselves, I'm told. So together with Cheryl, us three will continue to solve London's mysteries.
Okay, anyways, credits. I'm finally free from this game. Okay. I have to say, this game, I think it's pretty obvious that this was not a fun, this wasn't a fun game to do a playthrough for in the traditional sense. Where basically any fun I derived was basically more of a masochistic sort of just, this is so bad that I'm having a laugh sort of thing. Now, I mean, I wouldn't say that this game is the worst game of all time. Basically, I would say that the reason why I'm so angry about it is because I have seen great things come out of the Professor Layton series, basically. Curious Village, very solid game. Unwound Future, amazing game. And just this game, on the other hand, just compared to all the games that came prior to it, where basically it just feels out of place, you know, and it just lacks the depth that previous games had. I mean, let's compare Ernest and Clive, basically. Two twist villains, very similar motives. However, here's the thing with Clive, basically. You can tell that there's something kind of off with that. Basically, once you start to uncover the truth about future London, then you start to basically question future Luke. And then basically you get the big plot twist. And then not to mention the thing is that they don't make it where it's not like Ernest, where you have zero indication that he was dealing with any of this. Zero indication whatsoever. I don't consider that a plot twist whatsoever, basically, if I have zero indication that this could be a thing. Because it doesn't change the grand book of story. Because basically Ernest's history with the dragons does not influence his interactions with them. And likewise, they have zero recollection of him, as shown throughout the game. So basically, this last minute big twist of, Ernest's family had this history with the 7 dragons. So basically, yeah, it comes out of nowhere and it just feels off. It doesn't add anything to Ernest's character. It just feels like something that was just slapped on because they're like, oh crap, Ernest has zero personality outside of worshipping the ground Katrielle walks on. So basically, they just throw in that twist out of nowhere, and it's just... And I just can't say... And frankly, just like I said, even though they try to add, that whole sad backstory to Ernest, it's too little too late, you know? If they would have made hints, if they would have given hints about mentioning, Ernest at the very least saying that he had a tough childhood. Ernest saying that he dealt with a lot of things, that he was dealing with issues. Heck, basically, Ernest trying to relate with Katrielle on what it's like to have parental emotional baggage. Basically, even if they would have had something like that in case 10, that could have really helped out. That could have made things more relevant with Ernest's character. But anyways, like I was saying, and also when it came to, and not to mention, with how Ernest was befriending with the 7 dragons, if he was having issues with them, instead of doing his old grand revenge scheme, he could have had a simple matter of talking it out with them, basically, since he was on good terms with them. But with Clive, it was different with him and Bill Hawks, because basically Bill Hawks is an absolute psychopath in Unwound Future. And not to mention, he was the prime minister of the country, so it wasn't like basically Clive was going to be bringing him to justice that easily. So you can understand why Clive would kind of have just his rage moments. But with Ernest, and like I said, how would Ernest have even exacted his revenge? He just had a contract that he couldn't really enforce. Oh yeah, what was he going to do? Send a letter to a random newspaper? Have Katrielle going around telling the people of the town? But then again, people worship the ground Katrielle walks on. But anyways, I have to say, when it comes to this game, it does have decent music and it does have a pretty solid art style. I will say that the cutscenes do look good and they were animated well. But anyways, with that said, I am tired and we just have a little bit more to go. Come on. Yes. Okay.
Wow! Miss Layton, look at all the snow!
Well, the agency has been open for a month now. It's been an eventful start, but still no clues to Dad's whereabouts.
Or Charles? What about Charles?
History of the missing professor. Still not history, eh?
Well, knowing Dad, wherever he is, he'll be engrossed in some extraordinary puzzle.
I'm sure you'll find him.
Yes. I won't rest until I do.
Except for the entire month where you were basically just focused on finding birthday gift ideas.
I'm not. I just have to tell him I've solved the riddle he sent me, you see?
A riddle, miss?
No? What riddle would that be then?
It's this. If you're not really my child, then who exactly are you?
Adopted!
What?
Okay, yeah, but then Katrielle, I haven't rested till I solve this mystery. Spends the entire month doing whatever, basically. Seriously, that would have been a better game instead of just, last-minute Millionaires case. Why not have it where, I don't know, we're Katrielle and we're trying to figure out what the frick happened to Layton, or what happened to Cheryl. Basically, when I originally played this game, during my first playthrough, I thought it was going to be revealed that basically, I don't know, alchemy was involved, and Richmond was transformed into a dog. And then basically, the 7 dragons then took his wealth because, they were like, screw this dog. And then basically at the end of the game, they transform Cheryl back into his human form. He regains his memory. But no, we don't get anything on Cheryl. We don't get anything on Professor Layton. It's all addressed in an anime that basically is not even associated with the game. That is not part of the game. Why couldn't we have had the search for Professor Layton as the story for this? That would have been much more interesting. Although you reach the end of the story, there may be well-sealed puzzles lurking that you didn't spot. See if you can go back and uncover every single one. No. Various sections have been added to the top secret area of the bonus section, in accordance with the number of picarettes you picked up along the way. A milestone puzzle playroom has been added to catch conundrums in the bonus section. Special puzzle has been added to the puzzle index. Get me out of here. Yes, save the game. Yes, less than my first playthrough. I don't care. Okay, just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Let's go in and do some things, shall we? Okay, pound in the pound. In this game, you move blocks up and down to create an escape route for Cheryl. Essentially, it's that escape puzzle. A lot of these are more or less just... Okay, color blocks. Take pity on Cheryl. The game doesn't even take pity on Cheryl. Okay. Okay. No. Redo. Undo. Okay. Okay, so this is essentially a sliding puzzle. Okay. Okay. Too many moves. Yes, I'd like to have another go. Okay. Yeah, I'll do this one round, show it off. Okay. And there we go. Level complete. Okay, I'm not doing them all. Case Codas. short little stories tie up some loose ends that were left dangling in the main story. In that case, it's going to be a full-out novella. Silverware. Silver is constantly disappearing from the restaurant of... Oh, no. So, yeah. So, basically, all those side things. They basically just were doing it for this. No, I'm not doing this. I know exactly what would happen. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not. Okay, passers-by. You must carefully place items around your shop so that customers buy everything you want to buy. Customers will walk to the aisles on the shortest routes and will take them past all of the must-have items on their list. As you place must-have items, the route your customers take is shown on the plan of the shop floor. If there are multiple must-have items at the same distance away, the route is determined by a straight-ahead, right turn priority. And the extras that you place along the route will also be purchased by your customers. Try to force your customers along the aisles of your choosing so that they pick up all the items. Check the top of the screen to see what each customer has on his or her list. Okay. Okay, let's start. Yes, we've ripped off this man. Okay. Pretty much that's what you're seeing. Okay. Ideal meals. Final thing. In this game, you must come up with the ideal meal to satisfy all the exacting requirements of your particular diners. Okay, you can... Okay, sorry. F. Come on. Well, I didn't get to see what it was. Hooray. Alex Lipsky. I want a beautiful dinner to stimulate creative juices.
What sort of meal are you looking for?
No, yes. I want beautiful food. Everything prepared down to last detail. Dishes must inspire my baking mind.
Leave it to me, Alex. I'll devise a menu that will blow your socks off.
Interview. Okay, 1. Bratzy likes food on plate that is looking beautiful. He cares all about the appearance of dish. Oh yes, thank you for that riveting detail, Hans. I think about it. Alex never orders spicy or strong flavored foods. He says that he doesn't want to dull his sensitive taste buds. Coddled eggs. Okay. I don't know. He seems like the kind of guy who wants a radish salad. Soup. He wants a soup. I don't know. I'm just doing this. A thick and creamy clam. Crab me an egg. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, spicy. We'll see beef cream sashimi. Okay, we'll take this one. And sweets. Okay. Okay. Let's serve. See what you like. Okay. How you like it?
I hope I haven't kept you waiting too long. Here it is then, your ideal meal.
I am licking lips in anticipation, Miss Layton. There are some dishes I like very much, but most important to me is presentation. I like to see skill of chef in dish.
I see. All right, let me have a think for a while.
Everyone's a critic. Everyone's a critic. Screw you. You get nothing. Okay, and with that, I think now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you came by to watch the stream. It was great having you. I hope to see you next time. If you enjoyed the stream, consider following if you haven't already. And with that, I'll see you next time. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And with that, I'll see you for my next playthrough, which will be uploaded this time next week. Bye.